hard head makes a soft behind. Now my final 43 seconds, I won't replay the many times that I learned that lesson the hard way. But I will tell you that each of those lessons was because she loved that little big head boy. She wanted to make me better. Okay, sometimes my head just was a little hard, but you get the picture. I'm so extremely proud and humbled to advocate, celebrate, and work alongside such an incredible group of individuals who in each of your own ways choose every day to be activists for change. Thank you so much for this incredible honor, and I look forward to our continued relationship to make this campus even more special than we found it. Thank you.
So the competition was so fierce for the faculty award that there was a tie. So we are giving away two today. The first award that we have for an outstanding faculty member goes to Dr. Deb Icat, a former journalist. He has been a faculty member since 1995 in the School of Media and Journalism at the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill. An award-winning researcher and teacher, Dr. Icat theorizes digital media in the global sphere. Dr. Icat's research ranges from across all media. His research has been published in book chapters and referenced in dozens of journals, and his research has been funded by government agencies, including the Department of State and the Department of Education, corporate foundations such as Freedom Forum and Scripps Howard Foundation, as well as industry partners such as IBM. He served from 2007 to 2013 as an elected member of the Accrediting Council on Education in Journalism and Mass Communications, which evaluates journalism, media programs in universities. He visited Russia in May of 2015 to research press freedom in the former Soviet Union. That same year, he founded the South Asian Media Initiative, later instituted as the South Asian Communication Association, which unites professors and professionals in examining media and communication in South Asia and its diaspora worldwide. Dr. Icat has received numerous research and teaching excellence awards. In addition, he serves as an elected member of the UNC Faculty Hearings Committee and on the UNC Honor Court's Faculty Hearings Board panel that adjudicates violations of academic honesty, personal integrity, and responsible citizenship. Dr. Icat earned his PhD in Mass Communication and Journalism in 1995 from the Ohio University Scripps School of Journalism. In 1990, he completed a certificate in the American Political Culture from NYU. He graduated with academic distinction at the top of his class with an MA in Journalism in 1990 from the University of Calcutta, India, where he also earned a BA with honors in English literature in 1984. Born in India, Dr. Icat became a U.S. citizen in 2003. His nominators had this to say about him. Throughout his time here at UNC, Deb Icat has demonstrated his commitment to diversity by serving as a facilitator for important conversations surrounding Silent Sam. He has won various research and teaching awards for his excellence in diversity and intercultural communication, and is a graduate of the School of Journalism's Leadership Institute in Diversity. Please join me in recognizing Dr. Deb Icat.
Thank you very much. Let me begin by congratulating the University Office for Diversity and Inclusion for their stellar work. I love their tagline, "An inclusive blue begins with you." I'm honored and humbled to accept this award. I appreciate your kind words. I don't know if I deserve them. For me, this award was a big surprise because most of my colleagues and students, who all of them are here today, some of them are not here, call me a troublemaker. Yes, a troublemaker. My dean, I think, likes troublemakers. My dean, Dean Susan King, she's here today, and in many ways, when she joined our school in 2012, she had T-shirts for all the faculty saying, "This is not your grandfather's journalism school." Now, very soon, those T-shirts became such a hit that they are now available on eBay. But that was a strange statement about how you diversify a faculty. But I wanted to say that my students and colleagues are here today, and your presence honors me. I have learned so much from you. As you can tell from my accent, I'm not from the South. I was born in India. In 1995, my brilliant wife Jay and I decided to come to UNC Chapel Hill. In the next 24 years, we were transformed into proud Tar Heels who love basketball and barbecue in that order. As a Carolina faculty, I have learned 3 important lessons about diversity. Let me share them with you. Lesson 1 goes back to 1892, when Chicago journalist Finley Peter Dunn shared his ideas through a bartender named Martin Dooley, so it was fictitious. In one of his philosophical insights on politics and society, Mr. Dooley said, "The job of the newspaper is to comfort the afflicted and afflict the comfortable." That dictum has inspired my research, my teaching, and public service. As citizens of this great public university, our spirit of diversity thrives when we comfort the afflicted and afflict the comforted or the comfortable. That brings me to lesson number 2. We are the university of the people that binds us all. And as CBS journalist Charles Kuralt, who graduated in 1955, 11 years before Mr. Lee graduated, right? Did I have your years right? Close. Famously observed that we are the university of the people. And in many ways, as a world-class research university, Carolina embodies the university of the people that binds us all. I say this even as I have mixed feelings about receiving this award. As you know, recent events have disrupted Carolina's spirit of diversity. We are making national news for the wrong reasons. That's not good. On a more positive note, I know these events have advanced diversity to the forefront. I earnestly hope these challenges in diversity will motivate us to endure and emerge stronger. I really do. My final and third lesson is relevant to our polarized society. Inequity affects us all. When inequity affects you, do not forget that you have the power to act, to lead, and to seek justice. Remember, the only limitations in our lives are those that we place on ourselves. One of the great benefits of working in Carolina is we are surrounded by smart people. Look around you. Smart people like you. And this event marks that excellence. Together, we can do amazing things. I accept this award on behalf of all my amazing students and colleagues. You have motivated me to work harder. Thank you, and go Tar Heels.
Evan Ashkin as our final awardee for the Faculty Award. Dr. Ashkin graduated from Tufts University School of Medicine and completed his residency in Family and Community Medicine at the University of California at San Francisco. He is a professor of family medicine here at UNC Chapel Hill. Dr. Ashkin founded the underserved track in the family medicine residency program at UNC and sees patients at the Prospect Hill Community Center in Prospect Hill, North Carolina, which is just north of Hillsborough. He also serves as a regional medical director for community care of North Carolina. Dr. Ashkin also founded the formerly incarcerated transition FIT program in 2017 to help address the absence of a linkage to care for people released from incarceration with chronic disease, mental illness, and/or substance abuse use disorder. In the words of his nominators, in all that he does, Dr. Ashkin is a staunch advocate and innovator for the care and inclusion of all people. He shows not just compassion, but demonstrates spirit and dedication for improving the condition of those most at risk and least cared for, which are shown by a variety of programs he has implemented. He developed and directs the FIT program to help monitor formerly incarcerated people with chronic diseases, as well as their respective transitions back into society. Dr. Ashkin was also instrumental in building an underserved residency track at Prospect Hill, as I mentioned earlier, allowing for future physicians to get hands-on experience in serving medically and socially complex patients. In terms of advocacy for racial equity, Dr. Ashkin was also the leading force behind all of the UNC Medicine's faculty, staff, and learners attending a set of diversity trainings conducted by an outside group. He is loved by all learners, faculty, and staff, including those with diverse backgrounds, sexual orientation, and gender. So please help me recognize Dr. Evan Ashkin.
Thank you, Chancellor Bellamy. And I want to thank my family here, who you probably heard talking loudly. My daughters, my wife, my mother-in-law, my aunt, my father, and my stepdad. So really, I'm humbled to be part of this remarkable group of people, and was very, very much surprised to receive this award bestowed by the University Office of Diversity and Inclusion. I'm grateful that UNC is committed to working toward a more diverse and inclusive community and recognizes efforts across our campus to address varying forms of inequality and oppression. Diversity and inclusivity are vital to our mission to serve and educate the people of North Carolina. Lack of diversity in our institutions and political systems cripples our ability to address key issues that impact our country. An example is the seeming invisibility within academic medicine of the health effects of involvement in the criminal justice system on individuals, their families, their communities, and our society. I have worked on progressive causes in healthcare throughout my career. However, discussions and information on how the criminal justice system impacts the health of our communities has been virtually absent. We have 10 million Americans presently within the criminal justice system. 3 million children have an incarcerated parent. And people of color are vastly overrepresented within the incarcerated population. Yet, with few exceptions, this leading cause of inequality and health disparities remains unexamined in our healthcare conversation. How is it possible that our carceral system and its myriad impacts on the health and well-being of our society is not a vital topic of inquiry in academic medical centers? Well, I'm certain that a significant part of the answer to this question is the lack of diversity within our academic community and failure to include people from diverse and varying backgrounds in working towards solutions. Many of our failures to effectively address public health issues also result from our lack of diversity. One of the insidious results of segregation is the deficit of knowledge and experience of how others live. When major policy initiatives and programmatic decisions are made without a diverse and inclusive leadership group, initiatives fall short or entirely miss the mark. A stark example can be seen in the differential response to the crack cocaine epidemic of the 1980s and the opioid epidemic that we suffer at this moment. Our racialized societal response to the crack cocaine epidemic of the 1980s was to punish and incarcerate the victims of this public health crisis, exacerbating the detrimental effects on communities of color. This is in contrast to our current opioid epidemic response. The leading cause of death in the US for people under 50 years of age is opioid overdose. And our response is that opioid use disorder needs treatment, not punishment. Now that white people are dying, our response is from a public health vantage point, prevention and treatment. While our response to the crack cocaine epidemic was mass incarceration of people of color. I don't mean to be such a downer, but. In the past few years,